Who will be the next Prime Minister of Canada? It's a question that captures the imagination of citizens across the country. The political stage is set with a mix of seasoned leaders, emerging contenders, and a public eager for leadership that reflects their hopes and addresses their concerns. In this extended exploration, we'll delve deeper into the potential candidates, the major issues at play, and the factors that could shape the next chapter in Canada's political story. Canada's political system, while familiar, is constantly evolving. The major parties, the Liberals, the Conservatives, the New Democratic Party, and the Bloc Québécois, each bring unique perspectives and solutions to the table. Let's take a closer look at the leaders who might lead these parties to victory and potentially become Canada's next Prime Minister, starting with the incumbent Justin Trudeau. After nearly a decade in office, Trudeau's leadership is well known. His government has pushed forward on environmental policies, gender equality, and Indigenous rights, but it has also faced its fair share of controversies, such as the SNC-Lavalin affair and the handling of the We Charity scandal. Trudeau's leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic drew both praise and criticism. As he contemplates another run, will his track record of international diplomacy and progressive values be enough to secure a fourth term for the Liberals? Pierre Poilievre, leader of the Conservative Party, presents a stark contrast. With a sharp focus on economic policies, Poilievre advocates for lower taxes, reduced government spending, and stronger law enforcement. His ability to galvanize support from those dissatisfied with liberal policies is evident. Yet, he also faces the challenge of appealing beyond the traditional Conservative base. Will his hard-hitting, populist rhetoric resonate with enough Canadians to propel him to the Prime Minister's office? Then there's Jagmeet Singh of the NDP, who has brought a fresh and progressive voice to Canadian politics. His leadership emphasizes tackling income inequality, affordable housing, and comprehensive health care reforms. Singh has made significant inroads with younger voters and has been a vocal critic of both the Liberals and Conservatives. Could Singh's inclusive vision and charisma lead the NDP to a historic breakthrough in the upcoming election? Yves-François Blanchet and the Bloc Québécois continue to play a critical role, particularly in Quebec. The Bloc's focus on protecting Quebec's unique culture and interests often makes them kingmakers in a minority government situation. Blanchet's leadership could be pivotal in shaping the balance of power in the next parliament. How will the Bloc's regional focus impact the national outcome? But leadership and party platforms are just part of the equation. The issues Canadians care about are evolving. Let's take a deeper dive into the key concerns that will influence the next election. Climate change remains a pressing issue. Canada's vast natural resources and its commitment to international climate agreements place environmental policies at the forefront. Each party offers different strategies, from the Liberals' carbon pricing to the Conservatives' focus on innovation and technology without additional taxes. The NP pushes for more aggressive climate action, while the Bloc emphasizes Quebec's leadership in green energy. How will voters prioritize environmental stewardship in their decision-making? Healthcare is another cornerstone issue, particularly in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. The strain on Canada's healthcare system revealed both strengths and areas in need of urgent reform. From addressing wait times to improving access to mental health services, parties are proposing varied solutions. The Liberals advocate for continued investment in healthcare infrastructure and mental health. The Conservatives focus on provincial autonomy and innovation, while the NDP pushes for universal pharmacare and dental care. Canada's economic recovery post-pandemic will also be a critical topic. With rising inflation, housing affordability, and job creation on everyone's mind, the next Prime Minister must present a clear plan. The Liberals may point to their stimulus spending as a success, while the Conservatives critique such policies as contributing to inflation. The NDP calls for wealth redistribution to address inequality. What economic vision will voters align with? Indigenous rights and reconciliation are issues that have gained increasing prominence. The discovery of unmarked graves at former residential schools has brought a painful chapter in Canada's history to the forefront. Each party's approach to reconciliation and support for Indigenous communities will significantly impact their appeal, particularly among younger and more progressive voters. Let's also consider the demographics. Canada's electorate is diverse, with significant differences in priorities across regions, age groups, and cultural backgrounds. Urban versus rural, young versus old, new immigrants versus long-time residents. Each group brings its own concerns and hopes to the ballot box. How will parties tailor their messages to these varied audiences? Moreover, the nature of political campaigns is changing. Social media, digital outreach, and grassroots movements are reshaping how candidates connect with voters. Authenticity, transparency, and the ability to inspire trust are more critical than ever. In this landscape, the next Prime Minister of Canada will need not just policy expertise, but also the ability to unite and lead a diverse nation. Who will take on this mantle of leadership? The answer lies in the collective voice of the Canadian people. As we approach the next election, stay informed, engage in dialogue, and participate in shaping Canada's future. Because in a democracy, the power truly rests with the people. Thank you for joining us on this in-depth journey into Canada's political future. Stay tuned for more insights, and remember, your voice matters. Until next time, take care and stay informed.